Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Fire Me channel. I'm Chris Maxwell, and today's video is kind of a side hustle, kind of not, but what it really is a funding source for a $1 million portfolio challenge, and it's a great source for most people actually at home to be able to easily do this to fund some of these trades and stocks that you're looking at potentially buying. And what is this side hustle? Well, it's pretty simple. It's bottles, empties, recyclables, whatever you want to call them. Everybody has them, and most states and provinces have some kind of recycling program where you get 5, 10, 25 cents for some of these items when you return them. Now, where I am, I'm just going to read you some stats here so I don't miss anything, but where I am, you get 10 cents for a can, and for most single serving beverage containers, so beer bottles, pop cans, smaller juice boxes, things of that nature, you're getting 10 cents for every one. If you think about it, a case of pop, if you get a dozen cans, that's $1.20 right there. So you know, you pay the deposit, but when you get it back, we're going to tuck it into our $1 million portfolio. Where I am, you also get 25 cents for multiple or multi-serving containers. So a milk jug, larger juice container, the bigger drink containers, you're getting 25 cents for every one of those. So 4 of those make $1. So what I really noticed in our household, we go through about 2 of those big milk containers a week, several juice containers a week, you know, cans, juice boxes. It starts really adding up when you look at how much a family of 4, family of 5 maybe, even an individual, when you start saving all these cans and bottles, essentially, it can add up to a fair bit of money in a fairly short period of time, and that's without even trying to actively find them, or some people go looking for them, I know, but that's just your household consumption. And if you think about it, everything you buy, or everything you drink specifically, other than tap water, comes in a container. So if you're in an area that gives a refund for that, this is a great income source to fund your portfolio, especially if you're someone that doesn't think they have any money left over in their paycheck to invest. So just really keep this in mind. In a couple, a little bit further down in my notes here, I go into kind of how much I'm able to get and how often it takes to get that much. And if you've watched some of our other videos, I have mentioned that these recyclables are currently funding about 50% of the money we're able to put into our $1 million portfolio challenge. So right now, it's a great source of income to get our low dollar portfolio off the ground and get the ball rolling. Okay, here we go. The average haul. So for our family, the average haul is about 2 large garbage bags, and I'm not talking like, you know, large garbage bags. I'm talking large garbage bags, the ones that you fill leaves up with in the fall, the ones that you put in those big industrial garbage containers, so those big guys. We'll get about anywhere from $45 to $60 in refundables in about 2 of those bags, and it takes about 2 months to get 2 bags, or average about a bag a month. Now, that being said, the range $45 to $60, that sounds like quite a range, but really it all depends if you're having more cans versus more of these larger containers. Like I mentioned before, we're getting 10 cents for cans and 25 cents for a larger drink containers. So depending on the mix of those, really depends on how much 2 bags of this stuff is worth. But it's unbelievable to me how quickly this adds up with a young family like I have. Okay, so what to do with this money? Like I mentioned, I'm putting all of the recyclable monies into our $1 million portfolio challenge. Currently it's funding about 50%. The other half of the funding for the $1 million portfolio is basically from our Cut the Cup challenge. So I think there's like, works out to about $2 and change every day that we don't buy a coffee, which I basically have completely cut that out. So between the recycling and the Cut the Cup challenge, that is essentially what is funding the $1 million portfolio right now. And as of the time I'm filming this video, we've got about $1,000 in there, and that's only from about maybe 6 to 9 months worth of doing this. So that's not bad. If you're someone that doesn't have any extra money on their paycheck to fund this stuff, these are great income sources, especially the bottles. I never really realized how much money was in these recyclables until I started paying attention for this portfolio challenge. So I think a lot of people are probably in a similar situation where they're getting a lot of money from some of this. And you know, before I would get you know, the money from the recyclables and just go buy some more groceries or gas or put it back into household expenses. But now that I'm keeping it for this portfolio challenge, my eyes have really opened to how much money there actually is in some of these side hustles, for lack of a better word. And it's something everyone can do. Like, everybody can pick up their pop can and put it in a bag and bring it back to be recycled. Now, I know in some regions like Texas, they don't have recycling programs that pay you anything for your cans or deposits on the cans and bottles, but I think most states and provinces for sure do now. So this is an option that almost anybody that's watching this can participate in, and I hope you do, because it's really a great way to get started, especially now with these apps that are commission free. You don't need a whole lot of money, and you know, there's some shares, like say there's some Groupon shares, there is a few like Chesapeake, a handful of companies that are names everyone's heard of that are very low cost. You know, it doesn't take a whole lot of recyclables to be able to afford to buy a couple shares of this stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to give it a like, leave your comments in the description below, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. There's going to be a lot more future videos on some of these topics. We're going to keep building the $1 million portfolio. There's going to be a lot more financial education related videos, and I really hope you guys are enjoying this channel. It's been lots of fun coming up with some of the ideas and working on it. I do have about another 50 or 60 presentation style videos kind of developed and ready to film, but I do like to put in a bunch of these kind of personal videos where we're kind of talking more one-on-one and maybe doing some trades and other ones, and versus just kind of the lecture style that I'm accustomed to. But anyways, I hope you guys are having a great day. We will see you in the next video, and like I said, if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to do that. I think you're going to enjoy the channel. Have a great day, guys. All right, that worked out to over $30.